starting any moment now. Let me just check here. Okay. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Okay, here we go. I see that we are now live. Let me just share this. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Let me see. Yes, good evening, everybody. Wow, we already have a lot of people on this live session, on our getting started with freelancing session. This is the fast track to online freelancing part 1. Let me just make sure that I get this, because I have to read your comments on my cell phone. It's kind of hard to read it in the actual live event. So let's see here. Give me a couple of seconds. Wow, we have a lot of people on. Hello, good evening, everybody. If you're here, thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for watching on this Friday night. If you can hear me, if you can see me, please let me know in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. Also, tell me why you're here. Why did you show up here? Okay, why did you attend this free webinar, this free workshop on this Friday evening? Okay, just share that in the comments and I'll get to that. Okay. Let me just... Hello. We have so many comments here. Good evening, Don. Good evening, Lilette. Hey, I'm reading your comments here on my phone. Hello, Marissa. Hello, Feb. This is just me alone. I'm all alone tonight. Hello, Fepot from Manila, from Cainta, from Paranaque. So all the way from Mandaue. I'm here in Cebu City, so we're actually nearby. Mangabi sa mga Bisaya. From Taiwan, from Texas, wow, from Cebu, mga Bisaya. So if you're, also guys, we're gonna wait for a couple more minutes for people to show up. But yeah, let us know why you're here. Okay, let me know why you attended this live session. Okay, I'm seeing to get approved in Upwork, to learn how to become a VA at home, to know more about the bootcamp, to learn skills. Great. May replay siya, but we won't keep. It's just going to be a limited replay, and we want you to attend live because, by the way, just to show you, we are giving you these freebies. So what I want you to do first, before we really get started, before we dive into the details and learn about how to get started with freelancing, I want you to do me a favor. Okay, one favor, very easy. So if you can share this video. Just hit share. There's a share button next to the comment button. If you're on your phone, you may share it on the left side. Just hit it and share this with your family and friends, especially those who can start freelancing, who can start working from home and going into online freelancing. So just share this and comment that you've shared this below. Let me know that you've shared this as well. All right. Hello. Good evening, Josie. Nice. You want to learn more from me. I believe you have a heart in helping many freelancers. Yes, I love helping prospect freelancers or aspiring freelancers. I love helping our Filipino brothers and sisters, diba? Kasi we are hard workers, and especially in the economy, diba? The economy is getting worse and worse. We need to find other ways that we can earn. Working in an office is not enough anymore. Considering on bookkeeping, confidence, okay, more useful skills, take care of your son. Wow, we have a lot of comments here. Want to learn so I can be with my family, gain more knowledge. Yes, please share this on your timeline. Just hit the share button, share this. The more people that we share this message with, the more people we can help. And that's what we want to do in the VA Bootcamp, is to improve Filipino lives through freelancing education. So if you also believe that we can help improve Filipino lives, just share this free training, share it on your timeline, and comment that you shared it. Thank you so much. And we're also going to give you, I'm going to let you know how you can get this freelancing toolkit. Okay? It includes a getting started checklist. It includes mga pros and cons of freelancing. It includes everything included in this 4-week training. The camera. 4 weeks. That's right. It's a 4-week training. This will be every Friday. for the next 4 weeks, every Friday at 7 o'clock. Okay, so mark it in your calendars now. For the next 4 weeks, every Friday at 7 p.m., we will have this getting started with this fast track to online freelancing. This 4 parts, and this is just the first part. This is the first part tonight. Okay. Now, I also want to ask you, what do you expect? I told you this is 4 weeks. 4 weeks of free training. Where else can you get 4 weeks of free training? I want you to let me know what you expect after the 4-week free training, the fast track your freelancing. What are your expectations? What do you think is going to happen afterwards? After matatapos niyo yung 4 weeks. Okay, I want freedom. Is this live? This will be replay, but once again, it's going to be limited. To know more how freelancing works and which one's a job, which job is legit or scam. Sure. Good evening, guys. From Don Sol, hey Ted. From Don Sol, Feb. Thank you for Roland, Neil. Thank you for sharing. Menchi, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay. Also, what you will get, once again, at the end of this 4 weeks. Okay, so like I said, this is 4 weeks, and we want you to attend this 4 weeks. We're taking attendance at the end of the session. I'm going to have you fill out an attendance sheet. So don't disappear. There's going to be an attendance sheet at the end of the session, and the reason why there's an attendance sheet, parang high school lang, diba? Or mga session in the office, you have to sign an attendance sheet. The reason there's an attendance sheet is because we're going to be giving this freelancing toolkit for those that complete the attendance and that share this webinar. Okay, so you have to complete an attendance, and not only will you get the freelancing toolkit now, which will include the getting started checklist, it will include the pros and cons of freelancing, it will include everything we talked about for the entire 4 weeks training. Not only will it include that, but it will also include a certificate of completion. And wala tong bayad. This is totally free. You can get a certificate of completion. And this, if you have like Upwork profiles or profiles in these different freelance websites, you can have the certificate and may signature ba, diba? It'll be your name. It'll have my signature here. It'll say that you've completed these 4 weeks. So you have to be in these 4 weeks. You have to attend all 4 weeks. You have to fill up the attendance sheet, and we're going to be closing the attendance sheet after the trainings. But there's no people who are just going to fill out the attendance sheet and pretend that they attended. You have to really be here, and you have to attend. Okay, and I'm not going to give you the form until after the session, so you have to stay there. You can't drop if you disappear. If you just attend the beginning, you can't get the certificate, and you can't get this freelancing toolkit. Okay, you can't get these. All right, we'll complete. Yes, we want you to complete these 4 weeks. Thank you very much, Malu. Yes, Brian, Anna. Yes, good evening, guys. Good evening. Gonna complete this as your goal. Yes, I want you guys to complete this, and this is for free. So this certificate, this freelancing toolkit, these are all for free. Without bayad. You're going to get this all for free, but the requirement is you have to be here, you have to attend. If wala kaya, you're not going to get this. If you miss 1 week, you're not going to get this. Okay? We want you to be serious with this. If you want to really become a successful freelancer, if you want to succeed, and if you want to achieve your dreams, achieve your goals, work from home, be able to earn in dollars and all that, I want you to be serious and attend all 4 weeks. First time to attend the webinar, Jason. Thank you, sir. You're very welcome. Saan po yung attendance sheet? The attendance sheet will be at the end. So you can't cheat. You can't just cheat and just fill up the attendance sheet and then be absent. Okay, you have to stay there. And Lisa, I'll talk about that at the end of the session. Okay. Yes, the 4 weeks snack. Walang snacks. And in these 4 weeks, I want to learn more on how to being a successful bookkeeper, other areas to improve my Upwork profile because it's not yet approved. Fortunato, how does this compare to the bootcamp? I'll talk about that later because this is limited. This is basically 4 weeks, 1 hour each. The bootcamp is, I think it's like 15, 20 hours in total, and it's very intensive. Hanggang kailan yung replay para sa mga hindi fit ang schedule sa time na to. I'm going to keep it open for the weekend, especially the first session, but the rest will be more strict. Okay? Well, I do and won't give up. All right, thank you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. It's already 7:11 in the evening, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you guys. Sayang kasi sa work pa ako, di ko matatapos. We might do this again, okay? Ed, we might do this again at another session in the future, depending on how it goes. If it's successful, we might do it again. But if it's not successful, we won't do it again. Anyway, okay. So diving right in. Here we go. So once again, it's a 4-week training. So this is the coverage. Okay, this is the coverage of the 4-week training. So first, this is week 1. This is what we're going to talk about today. Intro to online freelancing. We're just going to talk about the introduction. And then week 2, next week, we're going to be talking about the skills that you can offer. The different skills that you can offer. Week 3, which is October 26th. October 26th, we'll talk about how to get your first client even if you don't have experience. Even if wala ka pang experience, you can get your first client or the first company that's going to pay you money to work online as a freelancer. And then the 4th week, the last week, this will be November 2. Okay, that'll be November 2. I know that's November 1. If it's not okay, let me know. And maybe we can move it to November 9 na lang instead of November 2. Because parang there's October 31, November 1's a holiday. Okay lang ba November 2? Let me know in the comments if it's okay, and if it's not okay, maybe we can move it to November 9 instead. Okay, depending on what you guys say. Just so if it's okay, let me know. If it's not okay, let me know din para we can make sure it fits in your schedule. We are in week 1. Okay, we are on week 1. We are in week 1 today. So this is what we're talking about today. Okay, we'll talk about what is online freelancing. We'll talk about the truths versus myths in online freelancing. We're going to talk about the tools to get started in freelancing, and we're talking about who your clients are. We'll also answer the question if you need perfect English to be a freelancer. By the way, guys, I'm speaking English because I'm Bisaya. I'm not very good in Tagalog. Here in Cebu, we don't really speak Tagalog. Wala lang, Cebuano kasi kami dito. Bisaya kami dito. So I'll go over the November 2 versus November 9 comments later. So I'm more comfortable with English kaysa Tagalog, but I'll try a little bit. Anyway, next week we're talking about what discovering. Oh, bakit pa ulit to? Oh, this got. Okay, but next week we're gonna talking. Sorry, this is wrong here, but we're talking about the skills that you can offer. We're gonna talk about what is a niche, what is a niche, and the different kinds of skills that included in a niche or a niche. Some people say niche, some people say niche or niche. Paslang lang. Anyway, week 3, we're talking about where you can find online jobs. If it's really competitive online, how you create your profile that stands out, how do you write a cover letter, and common mistakes when writing a cover letter, a second application letter when you're getting an online job. Week 4, we're talking about interviews, okay? So how to prepare for interviews, power words and scripts so that you'll appear confident during interviews, how you'll receive payments from online clients, and the common scams. You know, someone said earlier na they want to be able to determine which ones are scams, which ones are not. We'll talk about that in week 4, okay? We'll talk about common scams and how to avoid them. And then what's next in your freelancing journey, like after the 4 weeks, like what's next? Okay, once again, attendance will be taken every session, and if you complete the full attendance, you'll get the freelancing toolkit and the certificate of completion all for free, but you have to attend all 4 sessions. If the screen froze for you, Angie, please refresh because it's okay for everybody else. Minsan yung Facebook, it has errors, so just refresh lang. Yeah, 3 days. We might do 3 days grace period, Brian. That's a good suggestion. May gabi, magandang gabi sa Tagalog. May gabi sa Bisaya, or maayong gabi if you're outside Cebu. Good evening. Okay, so this is what we're talking about today. What is online freelancing, the truths and myths, what tools you need to start, who are your clients, and do you need perfect English? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? And are you excited to dive into today's session? Mas nindot mo English ang taga Cebu. Well, a lot of people say, we have a lot of people from Manila here, but they say that mga Cebuano daw mas magaling mag-English. Mas nindot, mas magaling. Or mas maayo, di ba? Yes, Jason is a webinar daily session. It's weekly, every Friday, 7 p.m. All right, ready, excited, yes. What's wrong? What's wrong, dudes? Yes, ready. Charmaine, yes, ready. Okay, on your phone. Yeah, I'm on. It might be Facebook. Facebook's weird sometimes. Another way of learning. Okay. Pa-shout out ko from CDO. Hi, mine. May gabi diha sa Cagayan. Okay, so first of all, we'll answering this question. Okay, what is freelancing? So simple definition lang. Simple definition is freelancing refers to being self-employed. Self-employed meaning wala kang employer, wala kang company who's hiring you. You do some work and then you get paid for it. You can get paid by the hour and you can also get paid by the project. Now, for some of you, a lot of the people I know here, you already know this, but you already know this. So this is just a refresher for you, and you'll get more education, I guess, in the coming week. So parang refresher to sa iba. Attendance sheet at the end of the session. Pa yung attendance sheet. No, you can't sign it right now. Kasi if you sign it, tapos you'll just disappear, diba? So it's at the end of the session. Mga Pinoy pa, we are very wise when it comes to that. So we'll just sign an attendance sheet and then just go away. We want to make sure you're really here and really attending. Okay, so this is freelancing. Self-employed, being self-employed like a professional. So mga examples of freelancer, mga makeup artists. Makeup artists are freelancers. We attended a wedding. Kami ni Holly, we attended a wedding. I think it was 2 years ago. Or last year pala. Last year we attended a wedding. And then, si Holly, diba, she had her makeup. Ako, hindi ko naman kailangan ng makeup. Kasi natural lang beauty. But Holly got a makeup artist. And then, the makeup artist is a freelance makeup artist. Meaning, she is self-employed. Wala siyang employer. Pero meron siyang what we call clients. The people who hire her for her services are called clients. And makeup artists get paid per person that they do makeup on usually, or they have like big events, mga projects that they work with, right? So those makeup artists are examples of mga freelancers. These are freelancers. Another example is mga manghihilot. Yes, there are mga manghihilot in that charge that are part of a company. Like if you go to the mall or go to like the spa. These different spas and so on, then they work under a company. But you know about the mga independent or freelance. Independent meaning freelance manghihilot. They charge for an hour. They go to your house, and they charge for 1 hour of hilot. They charge a little bit more expensive, pero they go to your house. And usually they're by themselves or they start their own company. But they are self-employed. Wala silang employer. You pay them, pero you're not their employer. You're not their boss. You're their client. You're their customer. I remember we had a manghihilot come here sometime last year, and then we paid her. It was something like 400 each, so she got 800. And we were interviewing her because we're self-employed as well. We were interviewing her and asking how much yung kita niya sa isang week, and she said it depends because it's a business, right? It's a business. So, and she's self-employed. It depends on the clients. Pero in 1 week, she can make usually she can make like 30,000 to 40,000 in 1 week. Yeah, and you've seen mga manghihilot, right? Na mga masseuse, diba? If we're being social in French, masseuse ang tawag sa kanila. We've seen them and wala lang, diba? Parang they're just very simple. But she said she can make 30,000 a week, 40,000 a week, and that's like what, 120,000 a month. She can even go up to like 200,000 a month. So they can make a lot of money. Even though they look very simple, They're not extravagant. Wala silang mga iPhone Max XS. Ano pa yan? Weird phones. Another example is mga carpenters. We have a handyman and a carpenter who we call here when we need some work done dito sa bahay. So they're paid by the day usually. And these are all freelancers. These are all self-employed people. These are all freelancers for offline work. Diba? Kasi they're not online. What we're talking about is online freelancing. And don't worry, you don't need to be a manghihilot or a makeup artist or a carpenter unless that's what you want. Diba? But these people are offline freelancers. Makeup artists, manghilot, other professionals, they're offline. They're for offline work. They're offline freelancers. Now, if we translate these services over the internet, then we've got mga online freelancers. Some examples of online freelancers. So these services are not being done in person, not being done offline. These services are being done over the internet. These services are being done online. And these are what we call mga online freelancers. So we have virtual assistants, we have graphic designers, mga writers. These kinds of jobs are all being done online by online freelancers. Let me drink some water here. By the way, if you have any questions, type them in the comments. I'm monitoring the comments as well. Some online freelancers are working under a company or agency as well. That's a little bit different, but yes, some freelancers, they work temporarily for a company, so they actually are kind of employed for a company, and then they go on their own. They go on their own as well. Okay. See what example of freelancers? Yeah. You won't. Don't worry. You won't become a manghihilot. That's just an example of freelancers na offline. Pero when you become an online freelancer, you provide services over the internet. You provide services online. Okay, taking down notes. Is online teaching considered as freelancer? Merong mga online teachers na freelancers din. If you're employed directly by a company, then you're a work-at-home employee. Pero you can also be an online freelancer. Both. It can be both ways. Okay. Now, I want to go over some truths versus some myths in online freelancing. Okay. And these are some myths to online freelancing. Okay, these are some misconceptions kumbaga sa online freelancing. First is freelancers don't get paid well. They say that freelancers don't get paid well. Well, there are freelancers that don't get paid well. Some freelancers don't get paid well. They get paid 10,000, 20,000. But those that take freelancing seriously can earn 100,000 within 6 months to a year from the time they start. When they first start out, when you first start freelancing, when you first start online freelancing, it's hard. Sabihin ko sa'yo, it's hard at first. Kasi it's very challenging. Kasi bago, di ba? You were used to working in an office, and when we start working at home, it's very different. And that's when usually freelancers earn, let's say, 10,000, 20,000, and then a lot of people give up kasi they're still learning. May learning curve. But once you get past the learning curve, like yung iba after 6 months, they can earn 100,000 or 200,000 every single month. So some freelancers don't get paid well, but those are the freelancers na nagsastart pa lang, and those are the ones that haven't adjusted yet. Pero based on the survey I did a few months ago, yung average earning I did it last year, 2 years ago. Yung average earning ng freelancers are around 30,000 pesos a month. 30,000. Yun ang parang low end na freelancer. But the high end, we have freelancers earning 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 every single month. Yung sa baba, 30,000 a month, which is not bad din, di ba? A lot of people are very happy with that. Gusto ko po kasi ex-OFW ako. Yes, we have a lot of ex-OFWs who are our students as well. it's unstable. So we're on the second point. Sabi niya, no, Tony Rose, it's unstable for beginners like me. Diba? That comes to our second bullet point. Freelancing isn't stable. Yes, it's unstable at the beginning. It's unstable at the beginning, which is why yung suggestion ko sa iba is to start freelancing parang sideline muna. Okay, don't quit your job right away. Kasi yung iba, diba, they quit their job right away, wala pa silang savings, wala pa silang tinatawag nating emergency fund. They quit their job and then they try going into freelancing immediately. Na it's not that quick to get into it. May learning curve, ha? And that's what you have to understand. Is may learning curve. And it depends sa tao. Some people can adjust in 3 months. Some people can adjust in 6 months. Just like when you get hired for a new job, diba? May learning curve yun. I remember when I started working sa Greenwich. Okay, I was in college and I wanted some extra money, so I started working sa Greenwich. Greenwich. Yeah, sa Filipino Greenwich. Punta tayo sa Greenwich, it's by pizza. And then when I started, so first month, I was horrible at the job. As in super horrible at the job. I remember the first month, I was doing cashier, and then I lost like 900 pesos, and that was very devastating. But I was able to learn quickly. By the third month, I was like one of the top performers in the branch. So parang bagong trabaho lang. It takes time to adjust. May learning curve yun. At the beginning, it can be unstable, but once you adjust, for some people it can take 1 month or 3 months, or some people it takes 6 months for them to make that adjustment. That's when they can earn 50,000 and above every month, and that's already a lot of money in the Philippines, diba? What kind of freelancing that can earn higher? I mean, what skills do you need? Dave's question. Depende, Dave, because some people can do writing, they can earn it. Well, what I can say, Dave, is look for something that you're good at. Okay, that you're good at. That's the important thing, because there are people. If I tell you what freelancing can earn higher, mga programming, pero most of us are not very good at programming. What can earn higher? For you, it depends really on you, because there are writers who can earn 6 digits. There are virtual assistants who create processes, more on process development, who earn 6 digits a month. There are web designers who can earn 6 digits. And some people, like I remember we had a student and they saw na like Jason Dumana, who's a friend of mine, he was earning 6 digits sa SEO. Diba? Tinatawag nating SEO, which is very technical. And a newbie said, okay, I want to copy him. Kahit hindi siya magaling sa technical side. So my answer to your question is find out what you're good at first. You have to find out what you're good at, because once you're good at something, then you can charge higher rates. If you try out something that you're not good at, tapos you charge higher rate, walang magbabayad sa'yo if hindi ka magaling, diba? So look for something you're good at. Is it good for a part-time work? Can you do freelancing while you have regular work? Jane Duncan's question. Yes, you can do it while you have regular work as well. When I first started back in 2011, 2010, 2011, I was working in the call center. And then after shift, some weekends, kasi weekends yung off namin, that's when I would do my freelancing work. Okay, that's when I would do it. So yes, you can do it parang sideline muna. And then by around 2012, that's when I quit my job and went full-time into freelancing. So for me, it took me almost 1 year for me to quit my job. Yung iba, we have students who quit in less than 1 year. Okay, 30K for 4 hours work, is that possible? Yes, it is possible. I mean, there are people who earn 100,000 or 200,000 pesos working like 8 or 10 hours a day. So 30K for 40 hours, yes, it's for 4 hours a week. For 4 hours a day, sorry. Hindi naman 4 hours a week, grabe naman. For 4 hours a day, yes, it is very possible. Pwede mag-sideline freelancing while working as a call center. Yes, yun ang ginawa ko dati. Ako full-time government employee pero walang asenso. That's a problem sa government. Salary ko halos ubos na lang sa pamasahe. And it's very sad. That's why I believe na itong opportunity sa freelancing, itong opportunity of online freelancing is a great opportunity for Filipinos, and even hindi lang sa Pilipinas, pero even mga OFWs. Okay na ba 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, tapos 5K salary? Ang mababa po, mababa yun. Newbie, I guess, kung depende sa'yo, if okay sa'yo, sige, Pero for me, that's very low, ha. Gusto ko ng work sa bahay kasi ako mga halaman at aso na kailangan alagaan. Yes, kailangan. Pwede naman. I'm very much willing to learn. Nahirapan ako mag-start. That's what we're here for. Are live at 26:22 na ba or nauna na kayo? Claire, we were here since 7 o'clock. Can fresh graduates without prior work experience start with freelancing? Yes. We have that. It's hard. What's hard is taking off, but once you have taken off, sana tuloy-tuloy na. Yes, you can see the people I've interviewed, my experienced freelancers, mga students namin sa VA bootcamp, who have gone through yung hard part, yung beginning, tuloy-tuloy na yun. It's just the beginning that's really hard. What jobs bang sideline will work in a call center? I'll answer that later, Richard. It's part of the presentation. SEO, okay, kahit 20K per month. Okay, sa akin, alright, ang dami. Kahit hindi ganun ka-techy, yes. Kahit hindi ganun ka-techy. A lot of our students, hindi sila ganun ka-techy. Pero, like, you're on Facebook right now. You're commenting on Facebook. So, you know basics sa mga internet, sa mga computers, ganun. That's enough for a lot of the work. Programming, ang daming mga tanong. I can't answer all of them kasi mabubusan tayo ng oras. Can we choose our employer? Yes. Short answer, yes. May SEO because complete package? Yes, Dave. Meron. Pwede ba ito panood after ng live? Yes, but I'll take it down after a few days. So, attend soon. I'll take down the attendance sheet actually after a few days. So if you're watching this, it's the 12th of October. I'll keep it for the 13th and the 14th. After that, we won't have the attendance sheet, so you can't get the certificate anymore. How's the course different? We'll talk about that later. I'm not fluent in English, pwede naman. Okay. Wait lang talaga. Yes. I'll be glad to have you sa course in December. Okay. Okay, the next myths of online freelancing is easy. What they think is, lang, type lang, nasa computer lang. Especially those that don't understand it, they think, wala lang yan, simple lang yan, easy money. The moment that you think na easy money, dyan kayo masascam. Huh? If you look for something na sobrang simple, but you're paid a lot of money, masabi nila, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So, if they say, oh, you can earn 50,000, wala kang gawin, nasa cellphone ka lang, that's usually a scam. You have to understand na it does take hard work. It's not na pa-type lang, nasa cellphone lang, pa-chat lang. There are jobs like that, pero they don't pay like 50,000 a month. They don't pay a lot of money. When you see things like that, parang ika-question nyo naman, di ba? Okay, next, freelancing is hard. The next myth is freelancing is hard. And the reason this is here, diba? Freelancing is easy, freelancing is hard. Parang contradicting yung dalawa, diba? It's a myth that freelancing is hard in the sense na it's a myth na para lang siya sa mga techie. Para lang siya sa mga nakagraduate ng college. Para lang siya sa mga magaling mag-English. No. There are those that are not techie, who are not very good sa mga technical, ganun, who succeed in freelancing. Many of those who have not graduated college succeed in freelancing. Many of those na hindi marunong sila mag-English pero hindi sila ganun kagaling, hindi sila fluent sa English, they succeed in freelancing pa rin. Okay? And last is freelancing gives you freedom. Diba? We talk about, if you've watched my other videos before, my other sessions before, I always say na parang sa freelancing, you have control over your own time, diba? Parang you can work whenever you want. Nasa bahay ka lang naman, diba? So, nasa iyo naman when you work. But there's a big but right there. It gives you freedom. Pero what you have to understand is if you think, I can just work anytime, diba? Mamaya na yan. If you don't work hard, you won't get paid. Yes, may freedom ka. Pero you have to have discipline. You have to have discipline in order for you to earn well. Kasi if puro ka lang freedom, hindi ka magtratrabaho, wala, you won't get paid, you won't be paid anything. If you're just, yung iba, they're on the computer, but they get distracted sa Facebook, they get distracted sa YouTube, tapos, how it is sa Facebook, scroll lang after so many hours, wala ka namang ginawa. So there is freedom, but you have to be disciplined if you want to succeed sa freelancing. So, ang starting ko 2.5 last April 2018 in 1 week. 2.5 a month, Brian. That's not a lot, pero I think you're earning more right now, diba, Brian? This is not from Bulacan. How can it work for you instead of ako talaga reply sa chat while nag-lecture ka? We actually have people who are working the chat. I don't think it's easy. That is why I really take my time to watch this webinar. Great, nice. Yes, you have to be serious about it. Can I still watch this? Can I still watch this after the live? It's too fast. Sorry, is it too fast for you guys? Do you want me to slow down? I can slow down naman if it's too fast. At 2.5 per week. Okay, Brian. How's 2.5 per month? I don't want to become a Juan-taman all my life. That would be boring for me. Na, pero there are, diba? We know people na ganun, na who. Okay, it's a bit fast. Tony Rose says it's fast. Pero we know people na ganun who are tamad. Diba? We have hardworking Filipinos, pero there are also many na wala lang, they want to earn a lot of money na wala silang gagawin. Yes, you can watch this later, but I'll be taking down the attendance sheet. If you watch it too late, then you can't get the certificate. The problem is I'm not getting. Yes, I'm watching bigger screen. Hello Sir Jason, may mga few VA work experience na ako pero till now hindi ko pa alam kung anong niche ko. Per jack of all trades, expert nothing. You will get there. You'll find out what your niche is later on through experience. You have to find out what you're good at muna. Testing muna. Just like ice cream, diba? When we first taste ice cream, we're not sure which one's our favorite flavor, diba? Kasi daming flavors. Strawberry, mocha, there's vanilla, there's ube, there's mango. We don't know which one's our favorite flavor until we taste the different flavors. Same lang din yun sa niche or sa niche. We don't know kung saan tayo magaling until we try different areas, until we explore different areas. So, ganun din. Is data entry job a scam? No, but there are scams out there na nagpapanggap na data entry jobs. Okay. 100 an hour. Para sa akin, that's low. Pero it's up to you, Leah, if that's okay with you. So yeah, moving on. Now, we talked about a truths versus myths in freelancing. We talked about a little bit about freelancing. Pero if we think about it, if we sum everything together, freelancing is a business. Okay, freelancing is a business talaga. Meaning you are a business owner. If you go into freelancing, isa kang business owner. Okay, that's what we have to understand sa freelancing. Hindi siya pang employee. Isa kang business. You are the business owner. And the product, diba, usually when we have a business, we sell products. Yung mga products mo are the skills that you offer. The skills you offer writing, that's your product. You offer virtual assistant work, that's your product. You offer data entry, that's your product. It's a business. Okay, it's a business, and you're providing services to other businesses. Where can we find employers' requirements in the job platforms? We'll talk about that in week 3. Okay, Fab, we'll get more details on that in week 3. Okay, hello. Yes, okay, I'm seeing the comments. Pero I can't go all over all the comments because I'm almost 9 oras. Okay, so what tools do I need? Okay, what tools do you need to start freelancing? Okay, this is very important. Very important. What you need to start freelancing? You only really need a computer, whether a laptop or desktop. You can't be using a cell phone. You can do a cell phone for some things, pero if you're going to earn money, if you're going to take this seriously, you really need a computer, either a laptop or a desktop. Hindi pwede yung iPad lang or yung cell phone. You can't do that. And you need internet na at the minimum, I'd say 3 Mbps. Minimum talaga yun ha. Minimum, super minimum. The faster, the better. That's the rules of internet. But the very, very minimum, I'd say 2 Mbps. Yung iba, when they start, they don't have a computer muna. They don't have a laptop. They can't afford a desktop. They don't have faster internet. So they do itong online freelancing sa internet cafe. Okay, we have a lot of stories of people who started in the internet cafe. One of my favorite, I forgot, I had an interview last year with, it's on my YouTube channel, but you'll see some stories of people who started sa internet cafe lang, okay, before they were able to purchase a computer. Okay. Need po ba mag-sign up sa Upwork? There are different websites where you can sign up and find jobs, but would like to have another. Da Agustin already available. Would like to have another online job. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. It is possible for you to have multiple clients. Sino tinatawag natin multiple clients? What time the webinar will start? It started at 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. every Friday until November 2 or November 9. I'll look at the survey results. Minimum spec for laptop, much better laptop or desktop. So Melissa's question, anong minimum spec for laptop? We have a blog post about this. If you go to our blog, vabootcamp.ph/blog, okay, vabootcamp.ph/blog, and hanapin mo, just do a search, search for the computers, and then we have a blog post na sobrang detailed about what yung mga minimum requirements. But just to tell you over here, what I would say is yung minimum requirements computer, you do need something bought in the last 5 years. So recent, mga 5 years or or earlier na binili na computer. I'd say at least 2 cores, at least dual core na CPU, and at least 4 gigabytes of RAM. Minimum yun ha. Ito yung minimum. If you can afford a better computer, then get a better computer. Okay, but some minimum 2 core, dual core, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, yun ang suggestion ko. Laptop or desktop, mas mura yung desktop, but mas versatile yung laptop. Ako, I prefer having a laptop kasi madadala ko. Like if I want to go to a coffee shop, if I want to go on vacation, I can bring my work with me sa laptop. Pero desktop is always cheaper. Okay, but it's big, diba? You can't bring it anywhere. Okay, yun sa social media po, paano po yun sa online job? We'll talk about that in next week, okay? We talk more about that next week. Okay lang po ba yung 15 gigabytes lang ng internet? Okay lang, pero sobrang limited ng 15 gigabytes. Okay? Sobrang limited nun. I would try you can start like that. Ha? Sa simula, you can start at 15 gigabytes. Tapos, once you get your first few jobs, then you can upgrade. Ha? Once ma-afford mo siya. Pero, you should upgrade soon. Dave, Upwork versus FreeUp. It depends. If you're newer, actually Upwork. If you're newer, FreeUp if you're more experienced, and then if you're an expert, you go back to Upwork. That's the short answer. Kasi mahaba yung explanation dun, but that's my answer for you. That's good internet cafe. If there's a will, there's a way. Yes, if there's a will, there's a way. Even if you're not earning a lot, and you can't afford a laptop or desktop for now, there are those that succeed. Kasi they have the willpower and they have the determination. Kahit wala silang computer, they can still do it. Every Friday, yes, every Friday, same time, 7 p.m. To get the certificate. You have to attend all 4 weeks. 4 gigabytes RAM, CPU, yes. Thank you, Lila. I will be sending emails to you guys. So fill up the attendance sheet, and we will be sending emails for the next 4 webinars. Just take note of that. So we will be sending those reminders. I will reschedule my part-time work for me to join. Nice. Thank you, Sheila. Paano pa ba ang cellphone to start? Pwede na pa ba? Hindi. Without, diba, what tools do you need? Computer, minimum. You can't use a cell phone. If wala kang computer, you can start an internet cafe. Ha? Okay, but Upwork, is it really the best website to apply job as virtual assistant? Onlinejobs.ph and Upwork.com are the 2 most popular. Ha? There are other websites as well, but those are the 2 most popular. Attendance sheet, I'll give it at the end, Kenneth. So you can't you can't be marked present until you finish the entire session. Parang walang cheating naman. Sige. Okay, so these are the tools that you need to start online freelancing. Okay. Hilarious. These are the tools. Yung attendance sheet, I'll have you fill up a form mamaya. Okay. Okay. So now So these are the tools you need to start freelancing. And so the freelancing is a business. And as a business, it's also kind of important for us to understand sino yung mga clients natin, sino yung customers sa business natin, who are the people who are going to be paying us. So I've prepared a diagram for you, okay, a very intricate diagram, very complicated diagram about who your clients are. So an example of a client. So an example of a client is Linda. Okay, this is not a real person, but let's say there's somebody whose name is Linda. Diba? Ang ganda ng diagram ko, no? I actually drew this myself. By the way, graphic design is not my specialization. It's not my expertise. I like drawing, pero drawing doesn't like me. So, pasensya na kayo sa drawing ko. Anyway, this is Linda. Okay, and Linda, she has an online store. Okay, she has an online store. Let's say like Lazada, but she's selling her products online. She's selling them on Lazada. She's selling them on her website. And she's selling, let's say, for example, let's say she's selling mga handbags, diba? Uso na yun ngayon, diba? People make their own handbags at home, tapos binibenta sa Facebook, binibenta sa Lazada, binibenta sa sariling website nila. So, Linda is a handbag maker. And she has her online store. So, Linda is working, let's say she's working in the call center, nagpa-part-time, and she's working full-time sa call center, but after shift, her hobby is making bags, gumawa siya ng handbags, and parang sideline niya yung handbags. He's working in the call center sa States, sa US. There are call centers in the US. I've been to one before when I was visiting. So may online store siya. And because her handbags are very nice, ang ganda ng mga handbags niya, ang dami niyang customer. So as you can see, tingnan mo yung smiley face ni Linda. So ito yung smile. Parang okay lang. Excited siya, mag-start yung business niya. And then ang daming bumibili sa mga handbags niya. So, ang laki ng smile niya. It took me a long time to draw this smile, by the way, because it looked weird at first. But yes, ang dami niyang customers. So, sobrang happy. Sobrang happy ni Linda. But all of them were going to her store. All of them she had so many calls. Ang daming tumatawag sa kanya. Ang daming nag-email. Ang daming nag-message sa Facebook. And because there were so many people messaging her and emailing her and calling her, wala na siyang oras to make her bags. And she was working full-time pa, diba? She was working in the call center, so she can't answer all of them. And then, she's sad. Sad face na. Oh, look at Linda. She has a sad face na. Because, she wasn't able to make new bags anymore because ang daming inquiries. She has to respond to them. She has to pick up her phone. So, that's a problem that she has. She has no time to focus on what she really needs to work on sa business niya, which are her products. Linda, this is not a real person. Linda Roa, example Linda. This is not a real person. I know it looks real, but this is not a real person. Drawing lang to. Drawing lang siya. So what Linda does is she hires a virtual assistant. Okay? She hires somebody to answer the emails, to answer yung mga Facebook messages, to answer some mga inquiries that she's getting. So Linda can focus on making her bags, and then she hires, let's say, pili tayo ng tao dito. She hires Geraldine to answer her chats, her emails, her messages. So lahat ng mga inquiries pumupunta kay Geraldine, and Geraldine, of course, Geraldine has to may orientation naman. She has to understand yung mga products ni Linda. She has to know what kind of products she sells and yung mga materials, yung mga details na ganun. And then Linda, she answers all the questions, and Linda just focuses on her bags. She focuses on making her bags, making better products. Diba? I think I saw some burnout case si Linda. Yeah, nakaka-burnout talaga na yung ganito. That's why she's sad. Nakaka-burnout when this happens. That's why she hires someone. And this someone, it can be Charles, it can be Geraldine, it can be Jonard, it can be William, it can be Medjane, it can be any of you guys. Okay, this is just an example of a client na nag-hire ng somebody to answer their messages. And this is very, very common. Okay, this is a very, very common scenario. I worked with multiple companies. Our students have worked with multiple companies that are exactly this scenario. Hindi sila, they don't look like this, pero it's exactly the scenario that the business owner gets too busy. Once a business grows, diba, I'm sure most of us have tried starting a business. Diba? Parang wala lang, just I started selling food sa office dati. And wala lang, simple lang. But once it grows, you can't do it on your own. And that's when they hire other people. That's when they hire help. Especially in the United States and in Western countries, they can't afford to hire somebody na local sa kanila. Kasi ang mahal ng wages. That's why they hire us, because we are good at what we do. We know that we have the skills and we are more affordable, especially small business like handbag maker. They're not rich, not yet. Diba? Maybe in the future they become rich, but they're not yet rich. So they hire mga Filipinos. Okay. Sige. These are the kind of clients and these are the kinds of companies that hire. Mga small businesses usually they're small businesses. They're easy to talk to. Mga simple lang. They're just like you and me. Okay. I'll go over the questions here, okay? Okay na ba pocket Wi-Fi? Yes, yung iba nag-start sa pocket Wi-Fi, pero it's better once you're able to get DSL or fiber internet, kung may fiber sa inyo. Attendance sheet, nasa end. Minimum requirements. Windows 10. Meron iba naman Windows 8, di ba? Nagbibenta pa rin yung Windows 8 hanggang ngayon. 42 Mbps. 42 Mbps, bilis ha. 15 gigabytes. You can start with that, but I would upgrade. That's gonna run out very quickly. At the end of the session, what conference tomorrow do I need that as in what conference tomorrow, Maricor? I'm not sure which conference you're talking about. Second-hand laptops. Yes, there are second-hand laptops na i5. Yeah, mura yung laptops, less than 10K. Meron. Application bootcamp. How much usual rate for a VA? $5 per hour. Yung training namin is the VA bootcamp. We recommend starting at $5 per hour. Mas malala pa yung drawing ko dyan, sir. Okay, pala I stick man. Linda, not real person. My signal here is weak. Ang cute ang drawing. Can a VA 1 Mbps DSL? Mag-upgrade ka naman, Gilbert. I'd say minimum 3, ha? Minimum 3. 1 Mbps, baka pwede, but you won't be able to get a lot done. Kasi the job requires na you're on the internet. And if sobrang bagal ng internet mo, you won't be able to get a lot of work done. And the clients, the companies, like example to kay Linda, diba? If the internet ni who did I use kanina? Ni Genevieve, diba? Yung assistant niya is too slow. Genevieve won't be able to reply to the messages kasi sobrang bagal ng internet. That's why it's important for you to have minimum 3 Mbps para makaka-reply ka naman sa mga emails, sa mga chats if you're doing this kind of work. But even in the different lines of work, internet speed is very important. Hindi na signal from traveling from work to home. Mas maganda sana, yes, at least 3 Mbps. That's where a VA is needed. Yes, Linda's delegating. She hires me. Si Fepo, oh, di ba fair? It might be you. Grabe ka naman, Joanna. Possible to use prepaid broadband for startup as VA? Yes, it's possible to use prepaid sa simula lang. Ha? I know the feeling of burnout. Yes, I know that feeling very well. It's very tiring. Walang gana or makawagana sa Bisaya. Very beautiful in the two. Hindi po saturated the need for VAs. Lila, good question. Hindi pa ba saturated need for VAs? No. It's not saturated. Why? Because there are new businesses starting every day. And especially, there are new e-commerce businesses. Even sa Pilipinas, we see that Lazada, Shopee, kaka-start lang ng Lazada and Shopee. In the next few years, we will see more and more people selling their product online from around the world. So no, the saturation, I don't see the saturation point yet. Because the new businesses are starting every single day. Yes, they outsource yung business functions to scale their business exactly for Natu. Yes, we're using fiber, low bat, rent to charge. Using fiber, but until na wala pa rin mahanap na client. Charles, are you a bootcamper? Ang baba ng rates sa OLJ, mas mababa compared sa Upwork usually, yes. Wala pang, nasa dulo yung attendance sheet. November 9 last session, I5 for sale. Nagbebenta. Can I start while working abroad? Yes, we have students who start kahit they're still abroad, and then they go home, their contract finishes, and then they stay home with their family, and they earn a lot of money. Nice, diba? Job sites that charge monthly membership fees, are they okay? It depends. It depends, okay? Some are okay, some are not. It really depends. Ang dami questions. Tinanggap pa ba VA sa Upwork na kailangan ng special skills ka talaga? It's better if you have more skills than VA, okay? It's better if you have some more advanced skills and not just in basic skills, Dave. Conversion, no capping, 25 Mbps. Yep, that's very nice. No age limit. Yes, fit. No age limit. And diba, like in this example, yung assistant ni Linda, it doesn't matter how old the assistant is as long as they can reply to the messages. Okay, as long as they can type, diba? Pero if you're diba, it doesn't matter if you're 20 years old pero parang sobrang bagal mo mag-type, then you have a problem. That might be a problem. I'm not saying you have a problem, but that might be a problem to get hired as a virtual assistant din. But if you're 70-year-old, tapos bilis mo mag-type, I've seen mga 60-plus-year-old bilis mag-type kasi sanay sila sa typewriter. Then why not, diba? Can rent laptop for the meantime. Oh, nag-rent ng laptop. We're here globalization. Yes, no age limits. Mag-local wifi sa boarding house namin. Interest rates sa Windows 7, okay po ba? Wow. Mas maganda yung updated. Okay? But if yung specs mo at least dual core, at least 4 gigabytes of RAM, pwede naman kahit anong operating system mo. But I prefer, of course, sabihin ko is best if you use Windows 10. Pero Windows 8 is okay pa rin. Windows 7 parang medyo old na yung Windows 7, but it's still okay as long as your specs are okay. Oh, no age limit talaga. Okay. So, questions with regards to Linda. Let's see if you guys have questions. Parang wala namang, parang clear yung example ko nung galing ko mag-drawing talaga. Clear yung example ko about Linda. Okay, so these are the kind of clients that you will be working with. These are the kind of jobs that you will also do. Now, based on the example, clients are usually online business owners like Linda. And they want to focus on the important parts of the business. They want to focus on making their bags. They want to focus on making their websites, depending on what the business is. So they have to hire itong mga online freelancers to help in the other areas para hindi sila mababurn out, like in Linda's example earlier. Okay, so a lot of people were asking, like, what are the different areas na you can do work? So we have different common areas. So replying to chats and messages, like yung example natin, replying to chats and messages, that's a very common example. In fact, sa bootcamp, we actually have people to just reply because I can't reply. Ang daming naming emails, more than 100 emails a day, more than 100 messages a day. I personally can't reply to them. So we actually do have staff to reply to those. And like nowadays, ang bilis mong message sa Facebook, right? You can message a business very quickly sa Facebook or email them, and it's very important for businesses to be able to reply. So this is very common job. You just reply to chats, messages, and emails. Managing orders, yung mga online, especially sa mga online stores. Managing orders, making sure na tama yung inventory, tama yung address, mga ganun. That's a very important job. Creating logos, graphics. If you're someone na magaling mag-drawing, not like me, and magaling mag-design, then you create logos and graphics for businesses. Writing social media, mga social media posts. Social media posts, like tayo mga Filipinos and a lot of us, we spend a lot of time on Facebook. But for business owners, they don't have the time. For Linda, she doesn't have the time to go on Facebook and post all the time. So she hires somebody else to post about her products, to post about yung mga updates sa bags or mga news, ganun. And she hires somebody to write mga blog posts, mga information about mga bags, mga fashion, whatever, mga ganun. She hires somebody else to do that. Ayan, nandito si Anna. Replying to emails. I covered this earlier. But yes, replying to emails, that's another very important job. Posting on Facebook, we kind of covered that. Creating office documents, like if you're good with like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, there are a lot of business owners that need somebody to create these documents for them. Excel is a very, very important skill. Yung mga formulas and everything. But even if you don't know that, even if you want, yung making a PowerPoint presentation, it takes time. It's simple lang naman, diba? You just choose the fonts, move the images, ganun. But it takes time. And business owners, they want to focus on other parts of the business. So creating office documents is also a very important task. and so on and so forth. There are so many things na pwede mong gawin being an online freelancer. These are just some common examples. These are just some very common examples. Rosalind, in some cases, is there some clients or employers who hire pregnant women? They don't care. Okay. The companies don't care. The clients don't care if you're pregnant or not. They'd only be concerned if you can't work. So if you can't work like for ilang weeks or ilang months, it might be a concern for them. But if you're pregnant and then parang you're just gone for a few days, then it should be fine. But if you're gone for a few weeks, like some pregnancies, diba, parang you don't get stressed for ilang weeks or ilang months, that might be a problem. But they don't care if you're pregnant, they don't care if you're not pregnant, as long as you can do the work. Like, for example, like Linda, she doesn't care if the person who answers is pregnant or not, or is 60 years old, diba? Or didn't go to college. It doesn't matter as long as they can reply and send the messages. Linda may also need a bookkeeper. Tama. Linda will also need a bookkeeper. As her business grows, she is going to need a bookkeeper. She's going to need different roles. Wala yung bookkeeping dito. Pero it's also another very common job. It's possible to get direct clients even without going through the platforms? Yes. How? That's advanced na yung tanong na yun. I've been working on Amazon and Turk, and I also like to work as a VA as an extra work. How can I start? That's why you're here, Christopherson. Haba ng pangalan. Christopherson. I don't have any idea. Watching your video will help me. Yes, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you and to show you how it can be done. Boss J, walk-in seminars sa Cebu. I don't do mga walk-in seminars, but sometime. Well, I've done in-person seminars. Baka next year pa. Basic next year pa. Teka, pumunta ka. Yung drawing ang nagdala. Okay. Excel knowledge would be very useful to show up your business at Google search, SEO, and web design. Yes. Hindi totoong tao si Linda, ha, so you can't talk to her. But it's an example. She's an example. Is there a replay? Yes, there will be a replay as well. But we'll take the attendance sheet down after a few days. Kailangan din ba ng headset or landline sa VA? Good question, Angie. Depende sa trabaho mo. Okay? You may need to do interviews na ganito, na you'll have a video, a webcam, and the microphone. You may have to do interviews na ganon. But otherwise, in most cases, unless you do call handling, parang call center, you don't need a headset. Pwede naman sa cellphone. Like, I've done interviews na cellphone headset lang. Okay lang naman. There's a camera on the cell phone. You can just plug in your headset. Oh, you can see my cell phone. I can see myself there. You can just plug in your headset to cell phone, and then you can do the interview there. That's fine. Replying to emails, depende. Mac. What's your name? Mac. Sometimes some companies will ask for a specific WPM. Usually mga above 90. Like 100 WPM. Nakaka-stress bang online job? I'd say it's stressful at the beginning, but like what I said earlier, may learning curve talaga. May list po ba ng legit sites na nag-hire po ng freelancers? Yes, may list. Go on our website. We have a blog post about that. I had a Skype interview, and the first statement by the client is, "You are old." I tried to point out my skills, but he kept looking at me. Grabe naman, Melchia. But I know you have clients. Well, there might be some people who will care, okay, who might discriminate. But in most cases, it doesn't matter, diba? If I actually know Melchi. Melchi is from. Well, you used to be in Cebu, pero you went back, diba? Melchi used to be in Cebu. I know Melchi, and she's of the older generation. Pero she can do the work naman, diba? So there's no problem. And you have clients naman. Knowing how to do it is not enough for me. I have to be good with it, a bit perfectionist, or even at least good at deep po ba? My work represents me. Depende, Geraldine. Diba? Some people, they start, kahit when you're a newbie, kasi learning process talaga yun, and you won't learn. What I'm gonna tell you, Geraldine, is yung best learning mo is when you start doing the work. Kasi kung practice lang, and you take the course, that's very good. But you learn a lot more and a lot faster when you actually do the work. per senator. In case we don't have the skill Linda is looking for, is it okay to tell her, no, we don't have that skill, but are willing to learn? P.S. Good question. What's better is that if you see a skill na companies or clients are looking for, you learn it first. Okay? Be proactive na you learn it. And then that's when you can approach Linda and say that you learn it, you take courses, you watch YouTube videos, ganun, and you go back to Linda and tell her, I know how to do this. Okay? Because you learn it on your own. You don't tell her, I don't know how to do it, but you know, you can teach me. Si Linda, she doesn't have the time to teach you. Learn it muna and then come back to her. What I know, can VA is like, yeah, there are jobs na call center jobs na sorry, there are jobs na you answer phones and so on. One size one. Do you have a chance to be hired even if you don't have knowledge of client's business? Like in the Linda example kanina, when she first hired Geraldine, diba Geraldine yung hired in a VA, Geraldine knew how to answer messages, she knew about chat, ganun, but she doesn't necessarily need to know about handbags. That's what Linda's going to tell her, and then Geraldine can do the research on the client's website, can look at the listings sa Lazada, ganun, and do her own research. But at the beginning, it's not expected na you're gonna know about handbags, about the process of handbags. Do I need to install QuickBooks app for bookkeeping? There's QuickBooks Online, by the way. Na you don't need an app, you just go online. May list po ba kayo ng legit? Yes. On our blog, we have a list there. How many interviews do we have to endure before we get hired? How many interviews? Depende. If you are very good, if you're confident, if you're good, and if you impress the client, you only need one interview to get hired. Okay, you only need one interview. But for most people, especially mga beginners, you learn pa. And you're nervous at first. Diba? Parang, okay sir, okay ma'am, ganun. And you're nervous at first. So for most people, it'll take some time para you'll get confidence. And we're going to talk about that in week 4. We talk about yung mga interviews and how to appear confident in week 4. Pero for most people, it takes a few times before you can impress a client and impress these companies. What skills will be taught sa VA Bootcamp? I'll talk about that later. Upwork is hiring. There are companies that hire using Upwork. Pointers to review after every seminar. Jericho, very good, thank you. We have that. If you attend all 4 sessions, we're going to send you the summary of everything. We're going to send you that in email. Done is better than perfect. Exactly, Holly. Any other websites that you can suggest? Go on our blog. We have a blog post about that. Okay. How about portfolio? We talk about that in week 3. That's October 26th. So don't miss the session. Don't miss the future sessions. Okay. Ang daming questions. All right. So these are some needs, and we talked about some other needs as well. Diba? Sa mga questions nyo. When will it be discussed? Yeah, October 26th. Yes. There's an error playing my video. You have to refresh. Facebook. That's may bug yung Facebook, especially yung website sa Facebook. May mga errors. Okay. Now, as you can see, the possibilities are endless. You can do almost any kind of work online. If you can do phone support, you can do graphic design, you can create websites, you can write articles. There's so many different jobs that you can do. And since we're online, you can reach companies and clients from all over the world. You can reach companies from the US, from Canada, from Australia, from Singapore. I've had clients in Singapore, and then I've had clients in the US. I've also had clients somewhere in Europe. Nakalimutan ko which country, but some country in Europe. There are many companies around the world that can hire you. That's what's nice about online freelancing is you can work with any company in the world. Okay? You can work with somebody from Lithuania. So where is Lithuania? It's somewhere in Europe. And there are even companies in the Philippines that hire now. Especially yung mga diba, I said na we talked about na Lazada, Shopee, itong mga stores are starting to get popular. More and more people are doing online shopping, and more online businesses are starting, even sa Pilipinas. Fellow Filipinos are starting to hire freelancers as well. It's starting to become a trend. Okay, now we see that the possibilities are endless. And as a virtual assistant, there's a reason you can definitely earn, this is the reason you can definitely earn dollars or an OFW salary, even if you're just here in the Philippines. Okay, there's a reason for that. This is one of our students, by the way, and I think this is Taal. and if you have internet in your house, sorry, there's a typo. In your horse, you don't have horses. Right? I don't think you have horses. If you have internet in your house, pwede to work from home and spend more time with your kids if you're a parent, or with your family if you're not a parent. You're not. You don't have horses, unless if you have a horse. Pwede din if you have a horse. Okay. Now, a very common question, and some people asked this earlier: do I need perfect English to be a freelancer? This is Jackie Chan. Why you no speak English? Do I need perfect English to be a freelancer? Most of our clients will be foreigners. Like 99% of clients are foreigners. So you do need to be able to speak English. You can't speak to them in Tagalog or Bisaya, diba? You can't say, "Oh, kumusta man ka diha, sir? Oh, unsa makubaton?" You can't do that unless you're talking to somebody who's also Bisaya. But you need to be able to speak English. But it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect. You can watch the interviews on our blog site. Holly posted the link. You can watch the interviews I've had with mga successful freelancers, and a lot of them don't have perfect English. They can speak English yung basic lang, di ba? And yung basic English sa atin sa Pilipinas, actually Filipinos are good in English. Magaling tayo mag-English compared to a lot of other countries. That's why working online and mga Filipino virtual assistants are very popular around the world. Kasi magaling tayo mag-English compared to a lot of other countries. Because like in our school, we learn English. It's taught in the classroom. So yes, most of our English is enough. As long as you can understand English, as long as you can... it's here actually. As long as you can read and understand English instructions and do the instructions and then talk to the client in English na maintindihan ka ni client, you can be a freelancer, diba? You can be a freelancer. What do you mean na maintindihan ka ni client? You can say, "Yes, I can do that. Yes, sir." Or, "I am happy. I am sad." I mean, you don't need to be fluent na fancy words. In fact, that's one of the problems sa mga Pilipino is that we try to use fancy words, pa-impress daw, pero we don't use it properly. So don't use fancy words, stick to basic English, and as long as you can express yourself in English, you can be a freelancer. So, gaano katagal yung webinar? It's supposed to finish at 8, pero ang daming tanong, so we're a bit over time. Thank you, Holly and Anna are here to also answer these questions. Because, we're over time. Will the clients care about your diction? No, not really. As long as maintindihan ka, that's important. If your diction is hindi ka maintindihan, then that might be an issue when you're going through interviews. But if the client can understand you, then it's fine, and they can understand yung pabisdak, like Bisaya English na, "Okay, sir, I can do that for you, sir." Kami mga Bisaya. That's a lot how we talk a lot like that. Then they understand that, diba? Okay. We had a lot of questions already, so I won't ask you if you have any more questions. All right, so we're over time. I'll watch replay. I'm a little late. My attendance sheet po ba? Yes. At the end, I'm going to give you the attendance sheet. You have to stay until the very end to get the attendance sheet. Okay. As long as you can understand, you need to be online. Okay. So next week we're going to talk about this. Okay, we're going to talk about the skills you can offer. We're going to talk about what a niche is, or a niche. That's an advanced word. Niche. What skills you can offer to clients. How much you can charge. A lot of people ask this. What if you're not a techie? How do you build a portfolio even if you have no experience? So we're going to talk about this next week, next Friday at 7 p.m. Also, if you in the meantime, we do have a Facebook group where you can get support, where you can ask questions, and where you can meet other aspiring freelancers. Freelancers in the Philippines, the Facebook group. You can just search it, Freelancers in the Philippines. Or we have the link there at the bottom, fb.com/groups/freelancers facebook.com/flipph. Okay, so you can type that in, and then you can join our Facebook group. Now, we only have limited time to discuss everything. We really can't get into super details. We only discuss mga summaries and highlights in our weekly webinars in this weekly seminar series. If you want yung step-by-step instructions, yung guided na instructions, if you need specific guidance, we have our VA Bootcamp. And we have a lot of students who are watching right now, diba, who can parang give a testimonial and say na it's very step-by-step in the bootcamp. As in, I show you very step-by-step, replying how to do yung different jobs, which we talk about in the virtual assistant bootcamp. Okay. Now, our VA bootcamp will teach you the different skills you need to learn. Like if you watch this and say, I don't have the skills yet. The VA bootcamp will teach you the different skills you need to learn in order for you to get hired. And we have a community. I'm very proud of our community and very supportive. We have a Facebook group, we have a chat group, and very supportive of each other. Na you can find other classmates who will share some mga challenges niyo and mga successes niyo. You'll get your questions answered. People ask questions and we answer the questions. We have mga guides. We even have a program to get you hired, na parang coaching program to really get you hired in the VA Bootcamp. It's called the Hustle Challenge, and we're very happy. Our students are very happy. They're getting hired with it. If you want the detailed and step-by-step course, it's there in the vabootcamp.ph. Okay, vabootcamp.ph. That's the website over there. These are the different skills that you will learn in the VA Bootcamp: data entry, transcription, email management, internet research, office application, social media management, schedule management, website updates, and e-commerce management. These are included in the accelerated package. Tapos we have a more expensive complete package, which includes mga more advanced skills, mga more technical skills: SEO, web design, email marketing, writing, bookkeeping, Facebook advertising, and more as well. We release webinars and new courses regularly pa rin. So we keep on adding more knowledge for you in the VA Bootcamp. Here are some testimonials in the VA Bootcamp. Enrolling best investment so far. I got my first client in just 2 weeks because of what I learned from the VA Bootcamp on some proposals. I also love how students' community works because everyone supports each other even after graduation. Yes, it's not just a community, but one big family of freelancers. So worth it. So that's what Hanilat Davao. Ang ganda ni Hanilat dito, no? Parang model. Princess Silva says worth it. The only word I can think of when I hear JD, that's Jason Dulay, that's me. JD's VA Bootcamp, the only online course I highly recommend. As a nurse, I thought my skills will only be inside the four walls of the hospital, but the VA Bootcamp opened my vast opportunities for me. I can now take care of my family while earning at the comfort of my own home. I now have the best of both worlds. And Princess is former OFW siya, but now she is working online full-time. Yes. So, yes, this is the attendance sheet. So I'm saving the attendance sheet for the last para nobody's cheating. We still have you guys. Thank you for staying on. Please fill in the attendance sheet. You can only get the freelancing toolkit and the certificate of completion if you fill in the attendance sheet. If you're watching the replay and nag-error yung attendance sheet, then I'm sorry, you won't be able to fill it in anymore. Okay? We won't keep this open forever. That's why we really recommend you watch this live or right after the live session, because we won't keep the attendance sheet open. Once again, if you're watching the replay and wala na yung attendance sheet, I'm sorry, you won't be able to get the certificate. But all of those watching, please do it now so that you don't forget. Okay, please go to that website, vabootcamp.ph/attend1. Okay, /attend1. Okay, I'll take it down after a couple of days. Yes, the attendance sheet. Accounting staff, bakit naghahang lagi? That might be a Facebook issue. You're welcome. Salamat. I'm a student. Matagal na ko gusto mag-online work pero walang hire sa akin. After watching the intro vid, I instantly realized kung bakit. Bakit? Tell us naman. Grabe naman. Pasuspense ka naman, Jonah. Let us know bakit. Thank you. You're welcome. Noreen. You're welcome, Maricor. Next Friday, once again, don't forget, next Friday, October 19, 7 p.m. That will be week 2, and then we'll have week 3 and week 4 soon. Thank you, Sir Jason, for today's learnings. You're welcome. Looking forward for next session. Daghan salamat. You're welcome. You're welcome, Joanna. Need that coaching program, lalo pa sa newbie. Yes, join the bootcamp. You'll get that coaching program. See you in the next session. Yes, see you, Dave. Very supportive in group na to. You will not regret. Yes, thank you for sharing expertise. Hustle challenge. You have to be a student before you can join. Yes, Shell. You have to be a student. You have to have finished the course muna before you can join the hustle challenge. Kasi well, when our coaches coach you, you have to go through the lessons naman first. Tagang salamat. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Warm water lang po to drink after your talk. Well, I've been talking a lot. How much po yung fee? You can check it out on vabootcamp.ph to see how much. We have different pricing plans kasi. Not 13,000, Mary. We have one. You can start as low as 2,000 actually. 1990. Yes. You're welcome, guys. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Attend one. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Freedom, for typing that. And then we can just pin the comment. Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for attending. I will see you next week, next Friday, 7 p.m. Don't forget to fill in the attendance sheet. Have a good evening and have a good weekend, everybody. Bye bye.